Yo, 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 yo. We're back at it again. Certified Dogcast. I'm here, your host, YGFM Dizzle, with my guys. Introduce yourself.
Nate P.
Your boy, Alex Lovejoy.
Boy, Bobby Grimes. Jay Malone, what up, what up, what up?
Yes, that's the Certified Dogcast. And today, we have another special guest. Special guest. Mr. Golden Eagle himself.
Yes, sir.
The one and only cultivator. If you have talent, he's seen it. He brought the best out of you. Division One athletes, numerous, can't count them. Only guy to win Coach of the Year in football and basketball. The GOAT at what he does. The one and only. I call him Mr. Eagle just because the people don't know about the Eagles. That's the team that started everything. Springfield Magic, everything. Started with the Eagles at the CYO jail. People don't know about that. He hurt a lot of people's feelings. All right, we talking 50 points average. But none other than, again, Mr. Golden Eagle himself, Bill Watson. Give it up.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me too.
Yes, sir, man.
Absolutely. So today, guys, we got a bunch of good questions for I'm gonna call him Mr. Watson. He was the first celebrity I ever knew. You know, you got that one teacher in your school when you're growing up that run the school. You see him outside, you're like, what are you doing? You don't even think they live outside. You're like, what the heck are you
He's a
doing
real
here?
person, right?
Right, you're a real person.
Right.
That was Mr. Watson for me and for, I'm gonna shout out Bobby Murch. Two kids, lives he changed instantly from day one. It's in my book. I ain't gonna let it go, all the details, but there would be no Dizzle in basketball if there wasn't Mr. Watson. If it wasn't for Freeman Elementary School gym teacher, Mr. Watson, taking his time. And I say his time, because when I tell you I needed help, I needed help. And he gave me all the help I could need and more. He gave me an opportunity to be great at something. Something he saw I had passion in, I just couldn't facilitate it myself. My family tried, we couldn't. We needed help. And Mr. Watson came with the shield, the armor, whatever you want to call it, the knight on the horse, and he came with support, with well words, good wishes, rides. Man, I ain't even gonna. Man, listen, my first pair of basketball sneakers in my whole life came from Mr. Watson. 3rd grade. Look how long. Look about that age. 3rd grade, I got my first brand new pair of basketball sneakers on my first basketball team in the 3rd grade. The Bulls. Hey, look, we ain't gonna. Hey, look. It ain't the price that counts, right?
Right, it's the price tag.
But I tell you what, I was sliding before. Once I got some traction on my shoes, niggas was in trouble.
You was a problem.
Sure.
He was in trouble. We're talking 3rd grade, me and Victor Del Rosario. Freeman Elementary. Mr. Watson was shooting basketball on the sign outside. Come in, made an all-star game. So y'all little niggas gotta go play. Go play with the 5th graders. That's what started everything. He gave us confidence. Super appreciative of that. And, we never forget. I'm gonna clap that up for myself. Mr. Watson.
Like, AD, I'm gonna let you play ball, man, but you gotta behave in school, bro. I don't want that's why I said I was robbing him. I don't want no phone calls tomorrow. I gotta come get you out of class. Cause they used to be like, yo, come get this dude. He running around. I got it down. He on my hip all day. I was like, yo, listen, I'm gonna get you these sneakers. I'm gonna put you on this team. I don't want to hear nothing. Every time I hear something taking you out, you're gonna miss the game. That boy was right. He was right the whole basketball season.
That's what's up.
Basketball season finished, he get right back to doing what he was doing.
I'm gonna give you my quick Bill Watson story. You feel me? I got a couple of them, but it's a most recent one with my son in Vegas. Remember when we had players in Vegas?
Yep.
My oldest son, shout out to Jalen Lovejoy. He wasn't playing to his potential. Man, when I blitzed on that boy at the end of the game, Big Dog came to me, yo, bro, you cannot be blitzing on him like that. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta relax, man. Just talk to him and make sure he knows what he's doing wrong. So at that, I took a whole different approach with my oldest son and my youngest son on the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of you. You know what I'm saying? I greatly appreciate you for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's important. That and you know what I mean. I never try to tell nobody else how to raise their child, but
Yes, sir.
I know that you loved your son to death, right? And I always tell people, don't let sports cost you your relationship with your kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, because I knew you was trying to get the best out of him, but I could tell he was fit. Like, the look in his face was like, yo, I'll let my father, I'm letting the most important person in the world down. And it's like,
It's not
how
that
do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I,
serious?
you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
That
you
was
got the
his first thing,
information.
G.
Talk
That
to
was-
him. You know what I'm saying?
That
Let
was
him
the first
know,
thing.
like,
It's not that serious.
yeah, like let them know this sports thing. It ain't about you whether you do good. I just want to see you like a young man. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, play hard. You know, be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. I'm watching those things, but you know, let them know I love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because you were still young. You were still young, so yet you know that energy. I seen it. I was like. No, like that. I was like, it was serious. You know what I mean? So I know you, and I knew where your intentions and your, you know what I mean, where your heart. So I just try to just throw that at you, just to, you know. And I'm glad you heard it because you know what I'm saying. That's something that we all gotta, as fathers, you know, we all of us want our boys to be the best that they can be, or our girls too. But you know, I that's a whole nother conversation. But your boys is, you know, and you want them to be a certain way, and you want them to be the alphas out there, but. You know that sometimes it's a process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And look what your son became. You know what I'm saying? Look at the
E3.
dog. Yeah, look at
He out of school now.
just
everything.
that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you
Dog.
want. You want sports to help you teach your son how to be a young man.
Yep.
That's a safe space, right? Like y'all say y'all was outside, so y'all learned a lot of lessons outside.
Right.
But who the hell want to really be their kid to go through that?
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like I done been. You know what I mean? Had guns pointed on me, and I don't want my kid learning how to finagle life like that.
Right.
Let me teach you. Let me put you in some situations, and then let me take those experiences and teach you how to, you know, how that applies to the world. So
Right.
that's, you know, like I said, man, that was all. You know, I was shooting at you because I respect you. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you was trying to do with your, you know, with your young fella. And that's I want everybody, man, to enjoy their experience with their kid. Everybody that like, if I could. Anything, you know what I mean? Like I want everybody to enjoy their experience with their son, because that's a bonding time. You know what I mean? I used to just drive my kid around to one day camps, and we be in the car, just me and him, and I get to talk to him about being a man in life, and you know, here's what I experienced and what I don't want you to go through. Let me teach you through some lessons that I learned, so you don't got to go through that. And you know, sometimes you don't even know if your kid is really listening or not, but those lessons is in the back of their head. And when you're not around and they on their own, that's when those things come to fruition, and you see like they remember, like, oh yeah, I remember my father said, you know, deal with it this way, or you know what I mean. So, and with your son, a lot of those jewels I could see in them in high school. You know what I mean? We played them in high school, and I remember how he came into that game, and I think the last one, I think we might have got him in overtime. You know what I mean? But he was a dog. He was everything I kind of seen in him when he was young. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, this ain't he ain't backing down. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing. We ain't gonna be able to talk this, you know, talk our way through this one.
He gonna look you dead in your eyes and really see if you about that life.
Yeah.
That's one thing about that little dude. I always told him, you gotta look somebody in their eyes. They lace their sneakers just like you. They put their socks on, they bleed just like you if they get cut, man. Look him in his eyes and let him know you're not backing down tonight. You're going to have to work for whatever image everybody's giving you right now. You feel what I'm saying?
And it was real. It was real, though. Because some people will do it, and it's not who they are. You know what I'm saying? They might be talking it. He wasn't trying to fool anybody with his words. He was there. He was... I mean, if his man had the ball, he he wasn't playing D 3 feet. He was on. You know what I'm saying? He was challenging everything and everybody, and he was, you know what I mean? Like, and they was leading. They was leading
Yep, I
in the
remember that game
fourth
was at
late.
Central. It was at
Yeah,
Central.
then
It was at Central.
we had the ball last and we tied it up. Then we was able to get it through overtime and you know, pull it out. But I remember leaving the court like, damn, dudes came. You know what I mean? Like, because I seen him when he was in middle school with players. I'm like, damn, these dudes, they here. Like, then I was like, damn, why ain't he sending to Central? Why ain't he sending him here?
I ain't gonna hold you.
He
We
went
had me and his mother had to talk, but she was just like, I just want him here. I just want him here right now. I was like, you know what?
It's a good move for him.
I'm cool with that.
It's a good
Cool
move.
with it. So, then, you know.
Thank goodness for that. Central got enough.
No, if I say word,
Thank
what
goodness
do
for
we
that.
do
Can-
done?
can
What do we have
win?
done?
Can we win games?
What we have done, right? What we have done? What we have
Can we
done?
win games?
What do we have done? And he would have gone to
If you would
Central.
have went there, I would have made a meme.
talk about-
I would have made a
What we
meme
have
so
done.
quick. I would have been running.
You talking about a point guard? He's gonna see the rim run.
Right.
That's his
But I'm
first-
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
his
but them
first-
dogs-
As a coach, though,
Nah, that's
those
too
are
much.
like players
That's too much.
that you like hope for, because
Right.
as a coach, that's one thing I don't want to have to coach your heart or your energy.
Yeah, you
So if I
gotta
got a
reel him
player
in. You
who
gotta
wants to
reel him
guard like that, and that's his energy, I can coach you with everything else.
Yeah.
I got basketball for you, but if you come with that right there,
Yeah.
those are the
And
players
that's
I
what
love.
And I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I tell every coach with him. I pull the coach to the side. I'm like, yo, listen, he a nutcase. Get it from me. So just you gotta allow it, but just reel it in. He's a player's coach. You just reel it in. I'm just telling you this right now.
Let me go into that.
Reel
I
it
would
in.
say with that, right? This one thing I would say the difference between the coaches, I would say like the Bills and the Eds and things like that. They didn't let's say stifle that dog. A lot of coaches now, they see, like you said, they have that people that come in with that attitude, that chip on their shoulder, and the coach's first thing to come to mind is, I got to take that away.
Right.
I got to douse that. I got to put the fire out to make them. To them, that's uncoachable. To them, and that's the stigma that players are too much. I went through it.
What they call it an ego.
Too much for dog. Hey man, you can't be coaching. That fire,
You
they
got
want to
cats
put it
like-
out.
If you got OGs like this,
That's why I would
you
say,
ask him,
and that
yo,
bit.
all right, now this.
Right. So this will be
You know?
this will bring me to a question, right? What is your, because when I see your team, I see fire. Every time, every player's out there, I can see the confidence exuding. They're all together, they're all yelling, they're all playing like dogs. How do you duplicate that year after year? Because you have different regimes coming in, different
culture?
players, but that culture stays this. How do you hammer that in? For all the new coaches coming in trying to take over a program, what would you say this is what you need to do to duplicate success like this?
It's about what you look for in a player.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, they look for kids that, you know, can run around cones and knock down shots. And I'm looking for dogs like competitors. We can figure it out. You know what I mean? And you might not be the most talented basketball player, right? From a skill standpoint. But I don't think that wins championships. I think what wins championships is, you know, you get competitive kids that are consistent, that are willing to defend, that are willing to you know, to give up something to win a championship, and that will, you know, are naturally competitive. Everything means something. I don't care if we doing, you know, 3-man weave. It's important to them not to make one mistake. You know what I'm saying? And it's just little stuff like that. That's what I look for. I look for competitive kids that are not scared to mix it up, that won't fold, you know, off the other team's name or where they're from. Like, you know what I mean? They understand, you know, kids that understand. You know, I put my shorts, kind of similar to what you were saying earlier. Like, I put my shorts and my jersey on, and I'm equal. I'm just like you. You know what I'm saying? And it really go back to even when y'all was young, and we started doing AAU, and I was like, yo, you know, we're gonna go down to the city. We're gonna go down to the city because everybody got this perception of New York, right? And basketball. And I'm from New York, so I know what it is, and it ain't no difference between a kid in Springfield and a kid in New York. The difference is them kids support each other so much out there, and they breathe life into each other. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yo, we gonna go down there we're gonna breathe life into y'all, and y'all gonna get after these dudes. And we'll go down there. We might. I think the first time we played Gauchos, then we got smoked, right? Then we went back down there, and then we, you know what I mean? I think they got us 80, but I think it was a game where the whole gym was like, everybody was wide. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good game, and it was to let them know, like, yo, y'all can compete with these dudes. You know what I mean? You just gotta lock in. You know what I mean? It's a focus, and the thing about sports is if you have that will to win, and you know what I mean? Like, and you're prepared to really, for 4 quarters or 2 halves, to play the whole half, and you know what I'm saying? You can compete with anybody in the country. Now, yeah, you might get some teams that they might just have taller athletes, or you know, more upside or whatever the case, or it might have a player that, you know, we can't do nothing with. But for the most part, you know, if you're willing to compete and you believe, the real belief, not that, you know, that talking and chirping, but real belief in yourself and in your team, you know, you can compete with anybody. And that was the, you know, we went down, we played Gauchos, we played Riverside, like we were playing all the big programs. And if we take the L, we're gonna come back, we're gonna be very clear and truthful as far as why. And then we're gonna go back down. When we fix those, we're gonna go back down and we're gonna seek that same team out. And we're gonna try to close that gap. You beat us by 20 now, you beat us by 8. Next time we come, you might beat us in overtime. But we gonna keep coming back till we get you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thought process that a lot of people outside of Springfield have of Springfield, the city of Springfield. Like, them dudes is dogs. They gonna come down here and they gonna be physical in it. And I always wanted that for the city. You know what I'm saying? Because I always felt like that's who we were. You know what I'm saying? And I say we because I moved up here, I had my family up here, so I started looking at myself like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna represent this too. And ain't nobody gonna be telling me I'm soft, or nobody that's with me. Like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever looked at me in that light. So when I come in the gym with a group of kids, you best believe them kids is fighters. Yeah. And for you to get us, like, we ain't gonna be unbeatable. Somebody can beat us, but you better be on point. You better be scouting us. You better be following us around, watching all of our get. Like, you gotta put in a tremendous effort to beat our team, because when we get on that court, we gonna play. The shot might not be falling, but we gonna get our own rebounds. We gonna attack, and so, you know, until somebody that does that a little better than us, you know, comes against us and they get us, and then we shake that, you know, we shake their hands. We truthful, like I said about, we watch the film, we truthful about what happened, and then we go get better, and we try to make sure that don't happen again. But I'm gonna always look for dogs. You know what I mean? I'm always look for dogs. I'm always look for aggressive kids. You know, and I'm always on my team, because in practice these guys is real hard on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they know each other, right? So, you know, when you're familiar with somebody, you're gonna be real aggressive towards them. I'm like, yo, y'all better have that same energy when we playing these other teams,
right?
Because y'all dudes be in here talking about, I'm gonna bust this and I'm gonna do it. All right, well, where was you at the other day? You only had 5 points and 1 rebound. I ain't see none of that. You know what I mean? So we got to be honest about what we seeing out here. Like, don't be like that in practice if you're not like that in the game.
Right.
You better be out there in the game with the other person. Because you know, if you look at us outside, right? What do? We join gangs and we go beat up on our own, right? We ain't never out in no suburbs whipping up on them. We beating on. That's what we do in sports. We get on the team and we in practice, but our practices be crazy sometimes. Yeah. Our practices, because I'll be like, nah, ain't no foul. Right. Ain't no foul.
I don't think you've ever had
no foul.
Yo,
all your practices.
We
been
never
crazy.
listen.
Day
I'm
one.
telling you, that's the thing. There's no foul in practice.
Yeah, them
No foul in practice.
tie-ups.
Yeah.
All right, well, who
Who
gonna
get
it?
the ball?
Pull
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
Who gonna get the ball?
Right.
Yes.
When they talk about you in
Yes.
practices, I used to be like, yo,
I don't even know.
Man, I'll run through a wall for a coach like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. When the youth or the boys and girls try to ask me, what should I do for coaches to like me? Star in your role. It doesn't matter if it's on the defensive end, the offensive end. Just star in your role. It can be setting screens.
But it's
be the best
you know what's
screen
crazy
setter
though?
out here. Like,
know,
you know what I'm saying? To
listen
get
to
that
this.
person open.
Listen to this though, like love, like over the last couple years coaching, I learned that like when you come in high school basketball, because like I said, we always think about our era and the era before ours. You know what I mean? So when I came into coaching, it was like my standards were up here. I came in thinking that a high school basketball player knew X, Y, and Z already. You know what I mean? I got in there and I looked around that practice. I said, okay.
We doing left hand layups today.
Through all that shit.
So what I'm
That's
doing.
what left hand layups today.
No, not even. No. Bro, you know how bad it was? We were doing this. We were standing on the third hash mark, going 1, 2, layup. 1, 2. But I started off freshman. But what I'm saying is, even as a freshman in high school, bro, we were turned. You know what I mean? Like when we got in there, they were teaching us plays. You know what I mean? Teaching us plays and teaching us their systems. Like I was teaching kids how to take their steps to make a layup. You know what I mean? So I had to bring it back to it's so different with these kids. You know what I mean? So like you're teaching, like you're really teaching, like you're really teaching basketball now.
I'm gonna say you don't even have enough time
Yeah.
to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You got maybe 14 days at most, and then you're in the game.
Playing, right.
But you got so much to teach, and so much to learn. I went out, and this is at the varsity level, this shit, right? Because we had we had a lot of turnover, a lot of new guys.
Yep.
We really didn't have our system in. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really running inbound plays too tough. Like we was behind the 8 ball.
Same.
Because we had so much to go over. Now we got a lot better as the season went on. But to what you were saying, you really don't have enough time to develop the kids out here the way you need to. And honestly, like in basketball, man, I feel like the city need to come together more.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, we can have there's lanes for so many people to be in, right? We need guys to teach kids how to play the right way, how to train kids. But we so busy going against each other and thinking it's rivalries.
Right.
People ask like, yo, who's your rival? I don't have no rival.
Right.
I don't have no rivalry out here. There's nobody out here that has what I want. I'm trying to get a state championship.
Right.
What got us right in football was that we became one.
Right.
Right?
All the
We
players
had
coming together.
SYF, and that was it. We had a lot of people helping with SYF, and that process all the way up to high school.
Right.
So when kids got to high school, they was ready to go. We don't have that in the youth and
Basketball.
basketball today.
Well, I would say, this is why I say,
It's
a big thing, right?
All over it,
so this is why I would say that one of my things, right? And this I would say a statement and a question. Back then, I would say the difference when we came up, I would say I feel like we were more ready when we got into high school because of things like We Got Game, right? There's no more We Got Game.
Right.
So there was a powerhouse of people that don't know We Got Game and things like it. It was a group of black men. All the high school, pretty much, all the people that were involved in basketball. We're talking Bill, Mike, Mark, Big John, Troy. There was about 8 to 9 coaches from all around that came together every single week, held a clinic, and then on the weekends they had games, gave food and stuff out to the kids. It's a family thing. They had the park filled every single week. What happens is on those days we did nothing but fundamentals throughout the week. Left hand, right hand layup. By the time we got to high school, when I went to high school as a freshman, there was nobody in our tryouts that couldn't do a left hand layup, right, left, doing the fun. Everybody knew the fundamentals, and we all knew we all seen it before because everybody went to these camps, right? I would say now that we don't have those, right? Coming from you, I would say you are the benchmark at the point. You are what everybody's chasing. Everybody wants to have a program like Central right now. Everybody's be honest. We're all coaches now. Everybody is trying to duplicate your success.
Right.
Without that, people coming in already prepared, what do you feel like as a community would be the best first step into curing that when it comes to getting the youth more prepared, besides just saying, hey, you should do this, you should that? What do you think will be just a good thing where we all can actually tangibly do?
I think the coaches would have to come together. You know what I'm saying? Stop with all the pretending, all the scary talk about who gonna take this and who. Come together and get on the same page, and and we gotta let the younger generation in. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, like the older guys, we a little scared of the young. You know what I mean? Like, y'all dudes come in the door, and now we gotta. What's left for us? You know what I'm saying? And that to me, I think that's the wrong approach. I think we open the door for you guys, have you start getting your feet wet with the coaching, which some of you guys do anyway, right? But how do you move up in the business? You know what I'm saying? How do you go from assistant coach to head coach? Like, I got a couple of assistant coaches, young guy. I got Jordan Almo and K1 Bynum. They are surely ready for a head coaching position. You know what I mean? And any success,
Shout out Jordan,
those
K1,
guys.
yes sir.
any success that we having, them two are front and center. And really my whole coaching staff, because Tom Devane is a big part. I got Bonzo. I got, you know what I mean? We got some strong coaches, but you got to make a way for these young guys because y'all really have the understanding of the next generation. And I don't care what nobody say. There's no way in hell. If you in your 50s, you approach your 60s, you know about coaching, right? But there's a detachment between you and these kids today. You can't tell me, not too many. I'm not saying there's no exceptions to the rule. I'm not an exception. That's why I keep these young guys around me, because sometimes kids do something, yo, what the hell is he thinking? They got the answer. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. But you got to be able to relate. But it's also got to be a plan. And these coaches cannot. There's too many coaches that's in it for the wrong reasons. I see dudes on social media. Dudes is, you know what I mean? And it's me. Look at what I did. And really they're not even doing nothing. They fooling people. You know what I mean? You out here, if you coach at AAU, you going in the C division, you win a championship, now you putting it on the book like you really did something, or I just won the championship at such and such. Or you a high school coach and you sell it. Yo, what is we celebrating? The only thing you really hear me talking about is, yeah, this kid going to college. You know what I mean? Everything else is just along the way. You know what I mean? To me, you're not winning if you're not sending your kids to school, because what you telling me, you won some games, and now your kids dispersed and they walking around the city, with no jobs, nothing to do the next year. That's not winning to me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of coaches is hanging their hat. Young dudes is hungry. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to, I want to help the young dudes, and at some point in time, I might lose Bynum, I might lose Jordan Almo, I might lose some of them young, and they might go somewhere and come back, and they might bust my, bust my ass, to be honest with you. Like they know what I'm doing inside out. So I understand that, but I'm pulling for that. You know what I'm saying? When it's my time, I'll walk off, I'll be in the bleachers, I'll come watch y'all coach. Go hang with my wife, but we gotta have a system, we gotta have a plan that allows the kids out here to be successful, because we got the talent. It ain't about it, but we not nurturing the talent, we not training the kids. And if somebody is training them, they ain't on my team. Them people that's training them ain't with me, then I'm hating on them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, don't send the kids there. Them dudes don't know what they doing. Nah.
That's the real thing I ever heard.
Yeah, that's
right there.
And you know what? Be real with you, it ain't just Springfield.
Yeah, nah,
It ain't just. I lived in a lot of places, man. Everywhere I go, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to a community and it's not like that, and you see people all on the same page, those communities flourish.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the football space, for a while at least, we did it, right? And you saw the results. It wasn't like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, Watson. Nah, it was a team of people. You know what I mean? A team of people that had their hand in that. Now, I might have had the vision a long time ago and been working to put it together, but it was so many people that, and it was a beautiful thing to watch, because all the adults in that space was all on the same, and nobody cared. I was an assistant coach for a long time, and I really did not want to be the head coach. Like, I liked being an offensive coordinator in football, you know what I'm saying, and only having to deal with the kids and the plays. And I got to the head coach spot because somebody left, and we didn't want to change what was going on, so, I jumped in that space. But, God, we need adults that want to do it for the kids, for real, not to talk, because I could see through BS. You know what I mean? People be on, so, oh yeah, I'm doing it for the kids. If you're doing it for the kids, why you always got your face up in the videos all the damn time? You know what I mean? Why everything always about you? You know what I mean? If it's about your kids, when you having success, put that spotlight on the kids. Let me know what your team. I care about no goddamn 40-year-old man. You had your moment already. Your time was
I never seen your face.
right. You know what I'm saying? So it's the adults got to get on the same page, because that's who's holding the younger generation hostage in regards to basketball out here and sports, period. You know what I mean? And I don't believe everybody needs to play basketball.
Right.
Not you know what I'm saying? Like, basketball, you should you should be a special, not a special player, but have a special type of work ethic, and character and things like that to play sports. We try to make it so that everybody can play basketball, and everybody can play football. Hey, yo, play intramurals, man. We can start a high school
Yep.
church league like Wilshire and all that. You know what I mean? Do that. But when you talking about high school basketball, that's supposed to be a special player, not a avenue for everybody to get in. That's a special kid,
That's what
right?
we need to get back to.
You got to have a certain type of talent, just like with AAU. Everybody playing AAU now. AAU used to be
You
for.
had to make the team, man.
You understand what I'm
You
saying?
gotta get picked.
Now everybody. Oh, if I'm a father and I don't like the way you coaching my son, let me go start my own team
Make
over
my
here,
own
and I'm a
team.
coach.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
but I'm not really a coach.
Nope, I'm just
I wasn't good as a player, right? I never made the high school team. I ain't played. So what I'm gonna teach? What I'm gonna teach your kid if I ain't never played sports
Just
before?
gonna
I
put
don't
him
know how to
out there.
coach.
Go watch some
think it's
YouTube,
great,
some YouTube drills. And,
I'm gonna get one good player. I'm gonna give him the ball all the
Yep.
time, and I'm be scared to coach him and scared to hold him accountable because I don't want to lose him. Because if I lose him, my team gonna suck.
so I'm gonna run
You
wild.
know what I mean? So again, it's about the adult. Now, it got to be a program, and you got to have depth, and you got to have dogs behind dogs. Imagine if y'all three was all on the same team, playing for the same position. Everybody in here would have been on point. Y'all have been sharp. So now, if I'm the coach, I'm gonna tell y'all all y'all weaknesses, and I don't care how. If you don't have a B in your English class at the end of market period, you going to the bench. If you late to one practice, if you know what I'm saying, now I'm gonna hold y'all accountable, and then the cream gonna rise to the top.
Right.
That's you supposed to hold sports. Sports supposed to be a way for you to make people better.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Just to make everybody laugh on the space real quick. If you was to do that, you better do that because I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah, right. You
Every chance I get.
100% not factual.
I'm killing these dudes, so you better put my grades. You better put doing something crazy because I'm getting that spot, Joe.
In 2005.
So let me piggyback off that, right?
2005.
So yeah. Especially not
After
now,
2005,
old knees.
man.
Not
We
now,
gotta
old
cut
knees. You know, yeah, I say not now, not
06,
now,
07
old
and 08,
knees.
You better check them papers.
Yo, so hold on, let me piggyback off that because I definitely had a question for him too, and like that question was great. Like, why do you think like those kids are coming in, you know, like underdeveloped and stuff? And like I kind of know what I think it is, you know what I'm saying? Because our age group, I feel like we played basketball all day. There was always somewhere to go. I was at Dunbar, I was at MLK, I was at the YMCA, I was at, you know what I mean, Rebecca Johnson, I was at the South End. I had so many places to play basketball, right? Nowadays, these gyms are like they're gatekeeping gyms. Like they got a gym and there's no basketball in it. There's no open gyms. Where are the open gyms? Where are the places for these kids to play basketball? Where do they go? You know what I mean? Like I know I used to play basketball every day, all day. I would go home, do my homework, do what I had to do, grab my shoes, get out the door. I'm going somewhere to play basketball. There was somewhere to play basketball. Now
I'm from behind,
you know what I mean?
where the Eastwood Mall used to be, so
Right.
I used to have to get on a bus on it. Mom Dukes used to give me probably like $30. Like, yo, bro, get yourself something to eat because I know what you about to do. Get yourself
there
something
playing
to eat
basketball all day.
and make sure you get to where you're going and make sure you know how to get back. So I knew how, probably at the age of 12, 13,
To
the
maneuver,
oldest, how to maneuver to go get a haircut on the bus, how to go hoop with y'all on the bus. So so I'm on the PBTA with my backpack, my ball, and I'm chilling on the bus, just chilling. Like, you feel what I'm saying? As soon as I get over there by the Sunoco on State Street, I know where to get off at. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm getting right. Bang, I'm pulling that string.
right.
Yeah,
So-
right here, sir.
so what I
right
was-
here. Let me off right here.
So back to what I was saying. So
Like,
what I'm saying is like
It's just not like that.
it's just less places and less opportunity for them to play basketball.
What do you think caused that situation?
I feel like our generation, the ignorance, some of the ignorance that was going on. Maybe
It is.
Absolutely.
It's harder. It's
Maybe a little bit
harder.
of that. Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe I feel like that was a part of it.
It's harder to find people that can and are willing, right, to have those groups. Because let's say I got open gym, right, and some kids come in there, and then they start beefing or they start fighting, right. One, I'm gonna be held accountable as an adult for that, right? And who knows, like that can go left, that can go so many ways, right? So you got that, the accountability over the kids and the issues that come, the inability of a lot of parents to discipline their kids or to be willing to let anybody else discipline their kid. You could come in there as a kid, right? Have a full-fledged fight. I break it up, push kids away. Kid go home, tell his mom, oh, he pushed me. Now you got the whole family coming in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And so people don't want to be put in those situations. Not a lot of people, right? So you see a decrease in the amount of activities we have outside. I think a lot of that got to do with parenting, you know what I'm saying, of the younger kids, and then the things that the younger kids are going through, the gang activity, all the fighting and how we look at things and what we promote. So, it gets difficult, and people are suing folks. You know what I mean? My kid get hit, I'm suing. And anybody that's around.
Right.
So you don't want to be liable for a lot of that stuff. So it became a little more difficult, and then. But I agree though. I agree that those things was necessary. And then I see and hear of some programs that do. I think Acorn Street has an open gym, right? Maybe on like Thursday or Friday, and I think South End Community Center does a few things, in regards to working with the kids. And I'm pretty sure Carew Street is doing something as well. You know what I mean? So it's probably out there, but it ain't. You still don't even get as many people coming.
Right.
Think about y'all, right? When y'all was young, y'all could have a whole run just with y'all crew.
Friend group, yeah.
If y'all say like, yo, we gonna go, there's about 20 of y'all that might pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all do, cause I remember when we was doing Magic and we had something and dudes started, it'd be
Tell us
10
not to
guys
bring
on the
nobody.
team, but dudes be like 30 deep in there. I'm like, yo, who is these guys?
For real.
That's my
That's a
man. He
fact.
just with me. You know what I mean? Now he got a ball and shorts on. He
Yep.
ready to go.
Word, that was me. That's how I came around.
So-
That's how I came around.
I don't know.
That's how I came
I
around.
don't know if I'm getting off
Topic.
subject, topic or anything, but I'm looking at the chat and I'm looking at Isaiah Wallace.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
said, ask him about if that was his first team he coached. What team was that?
The Springfield Heat. Was it Springfield Heat?
Yes,
His first
out
team?
here
Yeah,
for
yeah.
basketball. My
Yeah.
first team out here that I coached. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I was an assistant. And I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, a lot of the foundational things that I do now,
Yes, sir.
yo, still come back from that era,
Okay.
from the Heat. I want to say,
Shout out to Isaiah Wallace too.
yo, let me
Another
tell you,
goat, another
Isaiah Wallace
One of the goats.
had to be part of the Springfield Magic for us to go AAU.
100%.
Yeah.
Like Springfield Magic was a local joint. Matter of fact, AD, if you remember when I put you on a basketball team, I put you on Eddie Green's team. You and Justin,
Shout
right?
out to Ed Green too.
And
That's my
Eddie
dog.
Green.
too,
Y'all
right there.
beat the Magic the first time.
Yeah.
Then y'all played them in the championship and they smoked.
Different. It was a
They
different team.
and I was like, yo, they was running. They was getting up and down. And I said, yo, that's what y'all supposed to be playing. That's how y'all supposed to be playing.
think that was our
And there was
last
no
game with them.
Eddie Green was doing a good job. You know what I mean? He was out there. He was working hard, doing things for the kids. But I was like, yo, that's the style I want y'all playing.
Right.
They was running, so I was like, yo, so they was a monster, but they was a local monster.
Right.
They wasn't Isaiah Wallace. Until we got him, we was not talking AAU. But I was like, yo, we gotta get. And the only reason I knew was because of that. I remember that red team, and I don't know if that was his uncle that was coaching, or family friend or whatever the case. But I remember I was like, yo, he got to play with the Magic. And I was like, Mike, if we get Isaiah, yo, we got to go AAU. It ain't enough for us to be around here beating on every. And when Isaiah Isaiah was tough, man. That dude was something different at a young age.
I can't even hold you. My Isaiah story, I knew Isaiah for a minute. I knew Zeke for a minute. I know his mom. I know his dad and my dad are real good friends. His mom, can't hold you. I was a knucklehead in high school. His mama used to make sure I wasn't tardy or nothing. I used to come in that motherfucker late as hell. Excuse my language, coach. I used to come in there late. She used to write me a good old pass. Go ahead and get up in class, love, because we need you tonight. Thank you, Auntie. I appreciate you. But when we played Isaiah, when he was a freshman, he might have been a freshman. We went up in there at Savage. That boy was working us out. to the point where I had to be like, nah, I got this boy. Still giving me buckets, but still at the end of the day, we ended up beating them. But I looked at him, and that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this little dude gonna be all right, y'all.
Oh, yeah,
He's gonna be all right.
I would say even to piggyback off that, just to double down on what Bill was saying. When Zaya came over, it was a shift in confidence when it came to the players on the team already.
Better be.
Because when he came to play, we already knew at that point we couldn't be stopped. But then when he came, we had an automatic mismatch. So at that point, so when it came to all the big players and stuff, we weren't scared of nobody. But we knew we had deficiency when it came to height. But when he came over, and he was taller than everybody, but he was dribbling and passing and shooting, just like the rest of us. We like, but this is the crazy part, right?
Word.
Being a point guard, right? There's only certain times in your life where you'll come with a forward or a big man that you relinquish the keys to naturally. You don't even think about it. Point, I'm used to having the ball. Whenever I play with Isaiah, I give him the ball. And I run up the side of the court.
I think that's all of us.
That's what you gotta be a special guy. That's what I'm saying. You're a special player when you're the point guard at all times.
I can't even hold you. In my little run in all these men's leagues and everything, when I had my little thing going and everything, when I got him on my team, I looked to the left, yo, brother, do your thing, brother. I'm not playing with you. Until you need me, go crazy.
He a different animal. And the thing is, it be so nonchalant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what make everybody
Not a lot of
angry.
words.
hit you with 25
not a lot of
points,
words.
Yeah, you ain't even sweating.
8 assists,
real
12
smooth.
rebounds.
Real
And
I'm
smooth.
gonna get a couple of
Even
blocks.
Even now, right now.
And it'd be like, he ain't even sweating.
It's not even sweating.
Like, are you playing hard?
You want some of this, yo?
That was
I was like, you want some
every
of this?
Yeah, like, nah,
Man, I'm good.
I'm glad. That Isaiah was he was one of the first, because like you said, because he had the size. You know what I mean? He can rebound. He helped, and we wasn't an AAU program until and it was work getting him too, because his circle was basketball smart. They didn't let anybody get to him